In an unprecedented move, Brett Kavanaugh took to Fox News to defend himself against accusations of inappropriate sexual conduct. He says those allegations are false and that he will not withdraw from the nomination process. CBC's Lindsay Duncombe joins us live from Washington with these details. Kavanaugh stated his case on the president's favorite network. Lindsay, what else did he have to say?
Well, he very much said that he wanted to participate in a fair process, referring to the hearing on Capitol Hill scheduled for Thursday when Kavanaugh will testify, and so will Christine Blasey Ford, who is accusing Kavanaugh of assaulting her when they were both in high school. He was very careful in this interview to say that Christine Blasey Ford may indeed have been assaulted, but it wasn't by him. Here's Kavanaugh.
The truth is, I've never sexually assaulted anyone in high school or otherwise. And I know I'm telling the truth. I know my lifelong record. And I'm not going to let false accusations drive me out of this process.
Now, you can't see it in that clip there, Reshmi, but sitting next to Kavanaugh in this entire interview was his wife. This very much had the American theatrical political spectacle feel to it, to the point where at one point Brett Kavanaugh even told the interviewer that he was a virgin in high school and for several years after, even though these particular allegations, which he denies, do not have anything to do with sexual intercourse, but rather different kinds of assaults.
Okay, now, given this growing scandal, why are Senate Republicans and the president continuing to fight so hard for him?
Well, this is the opportunity to decide the court for a generation. It is something that Mitch McConnell and the Republican leadership have been building to for decades. It's something that voters have been motivated for decades, and we are on the cusp of midterm elections. So the stakes are high, and the message is very much that the Republicans are going to push forward with this nomination and with this confirmation. But watch how the tone has shifted. It's shifted to an attack, but everyone's being very careful that it is not an attack on the accusers necessarily here, but an attack on how those women are being used by Democrats, as Republicans see it, to delay, potentially derail this important nomination fight. And that was evident in an interview that Sarah Huckabee Sanders did on television this morning. And she said that the second accuser, who had allegations that date back to the time at Yale, which Kavanaugh also denies, that the White House would be open to seeing her testify as well. But again, the fault here on why this has become such a circus, according to the White House, is all on the Democrats. Here's more of that.
I think the process that the Democrats have played has been absolutely appalling and disgusting. They've made this a huge public circus and frankly hurt two different families' lives that they'll never be able to be the same because of the way that they have operated this process.
So how will this all end up? Really, the fate of the confirmation lies in the hands of just a handful of Republican senators that might be vulnerable to not voting for Kavanaugh, depending on how the hearing plays out, including, Reshmi, 2 female senators.